Hello everyone, welcome to the historic holiday race. My name is Slash27 and I'm joined with Jess, and we're going to be commentating the race for the full almost hour and a half.
Yes, good evening, everybody, and Merry Christmas Eve to everyone, really. It is one more day before Christmas, and it's just nice to be able to have a race before we begin our Christmas festivities. We're in Brazil for the McLaren MP46s, and trust me, I tried this before. It's really hard to drive, and we got 14 drivers ready to pick the challenge, and it is a one-shot quali as well.
We're going to be on board with Tiger Bill, who's going to be setting his one-shot quali lap. Going to be currently P9 in the live timing list. I think it's better details here. Tiger is the organizer of the event, and he's the one who came up with the idea for the event. Most likely we'll have a link to his contact details. He likes setting up these types of events, so hopefully he'll do a couple more of these in the future. So if you guys are interested, go ahead and contact him if you guys are interested in racing an event like this. And it looks like Tiger is now moved up to P4 in the live timing list, with Beak at the top, Jay in second, and Esser in third. For that.
I feel like he's gained a little bit more speed on the corners by the looks of things, because that's where he's gained quite a lot up to P5 at the moment. So he's going to come across the line now. I don't think it's going to be enough for pole, but we have a few people invalidated. And it looks like Beaker's going to take pole position with a 1:17.8. And where does Tiger go? That is P5 with a 1:19.4. So time spread off, but the top three, they're pretty close. Jay and Nurse are close as well. And then we've got Max, Tiger, Raggy, they're quite close. And then we've got another few drivers that are close, but I couldn't catch their names. So, yeah.
It looks like Just Chilling and Janti have also been disqualified from the session, unable to set a lap time. But here's your a list of drivers here. You got Bika grabbing pole position with a 1:17.8. Jay just over half a second behind him, and Esser over 7/10 behind him as well.
Yeah, I think one person just didn't have enough time to set a lap time, and that was Dr. Esox, I think that's how you say it, or Dresox, I don't know. I always end up saying these names wrong, but yeah. Maybe starting at the back of Brazil won't be that bad, because you'll avoid possibly the carnage in turn one. And don't forget, it's not a 50% race, it's 100%, so they got to treat this more carefully, more stops, and they can't just do one stops and get away with that. They've got to do, I think, about 2 stops. It does depend on that, but we'll have to wait and see. Big has got a huge advantage at the moment, but we'll see if any of the guys can knock him off his perch, as we are about to start the race.
Yeah, and I think that the drivers have to manage their tires very well, because the stints are obviously going to be a longer, because the race time is going to be longer. So hopefully the carnage in the midfield is going to be very minimal going into turn one. Obviously in the front of the field, it's going to be a lot easier to get out of there, and then the back, you have a little bit more time to react. But let's hope that all the drivers are safe, and we're lining up on the grid now. If you want to take over the race start.
Yeah.
In a second.
It's a formation lap. Oh, and someone's already binned it in a formation lap. I think some people didn't get the memo. So no rain to be expected, I believe, unless we get a little bit of a surprise later, which I think the drivers will be relieved on. In the classic cars, for those of you that don't know, it's just dry tyres and wet tyres. That's it. There's no softs, mediums, hard. There's no C1, C2, C3, so you don't need to worry about that, so you won't get confused. The thing that will get confused out today is the strategy, because obviously we don't know. We've never done a class with 100% race or even 50% race on these classic cars around Brazil, so I think it's just, look, some of these guys, I know some of these guys have practiced quite a lot, as we see. Oh, we got a few, I think it was Max and someone else it's Copy as well, I believe, that's on the grid, has been disqualified from the formation lap. Everyone else is making their way, and I think they're going to be on all the tyres as well, Max and Copy, so they're going to be a huge disadvantage, whereas everybody else is going to have their tyres a bit warmed up. So, yeah. And they'll have, and I do believe it's fixed up as well. So, it's just, I think it just relies on driver skill slash to get through this race.
Yeah, I believe so as well. It's going to really suck for Max and Copy, especially with the colder tires coming off the line. It's going to be a lot harder to get grip right off the line, and hopefully they can control their cars. Obviously, in the formation lap, they didn't do too well doing that, but let's hopefully for a clean start from that midfield pack as well.
Yeah, fingers crossed then. So we are waiting for all the drivers to make their way onto the starting line. 71 laps of action. It's going to probably be about an hour and a half, 2 hours. So fasten your seatbelts. And I think we're just waiting for Just Chillin' to cross the line. Interesting helmets. We've got a few people that are rocking the Senna helmets. To be honest, that's what I would do if I was running there. And I think there's a few people on the start line now, hoping that people get into the back of the grid pretty quickly. And looks like everybody's in. No, I think it was either Yonti or someone else that was trying to make their way through. There we go. So anyway, the 5 red lights are going to be heading up on your screens right now. The drivers are revving. And someone's left the session. Hopefully they can get back soon. But anyway, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And it's a long haul then. We got a pretty decent start from the top 3. Oh, and we've got a little bit of carnage already at the start line. 2 people has had spin. The lack of downforce has probably not helped any of those. I think it was Copy and Bottascan that has dropped down the field, but Beaker getting a good start there. Already pulling away from Jay. Let's see what's happening in the midfield as well. We got Zesty on the back of Raggy. We got Tiger Racing and Max trying to defend onto turn 4. Can Tiger Racing go around the outside? No, he can't. I think Max keeps the line and on to P4 now. Max is known sometimes for being very dirty. Hopefully he can keep it clean today. Looks like he is, which is good to see. And I think we got Shazoo. Zones, we got a bit of front wing. I think Zones hit the back of Dre Socks. I think that's how you say it. And Just Chilling is up to 11th already. So he's gained quite a bit there. So a bit of argy-bargy in this first lap already, Slash.
Yeah, I mean, you can see here on Zone's car that he's missing the front left end plate on his front wing. So there's been some contact between the midfield drivers. So I don't think that a lot of the front runners had a lot of damage. I'm looking at Bika right now. He came out pretty clean, and so did Jay. But yeah, those midfield cars were scrapping for positions in those first couple turns there.
Yeah, and yeah, left hand. Oh no, it's Tiger Racing. He's spun as well, and I was told by the people taking part that it will be hard to get here in one piece, and you'll probably see a lot of spins from these guys. And I think that's what Tiger Racing has done. But luckily it was just a spin. And we do have a virtual safety car. So I'm guessing they might have been a bit more damage up front. I don't know. But Zones is going into the pit then. He's trading his front wing and his tyres as well. So he's going to go out. And I think he's going to come out in 11th place still. And we already got our first retirement already. Bottas gang. That is not...
Here's Just Chilling on Yanti in this turn right here. Yanti's going to just edge him out, better exit, and it looks like Yanti's going to hold 8th position here. Just Chillin' is gaining some speed on the straight, but just a little bit of a squeeze from Yanti, not giving him enough room there, but hopefully Just Chillin' can get the move done in the next couple corners.
Yeah, fingers crossed about that. He's looking pretty racy at the moment, and there is no DRS to worry about in these classic cars, so they got to rely on pretty much slipstream at the moment, and we're still seeing lots of people quite close together apart from the ones at the back. We're seeing a few people actually pitting quite a few times. That just goes to show how difficult it is. Meanwhile, Yonti's going to see if he can try and get past Dre Socks as well for P7, and also, you can also see in the background in front of them we've got Zesty and Ray as well. So the gap between 5th place and I think potentially 9th is pretty close as well. Let's see if Just Chilling can make the move on Yonti. He's going to try the right-hand side. We're going into lap 3 of this race. And looks like Just Chilling, I think, has got it stick. But no, Jonty's going to go round. And he's made it work really well. What a move from Yonti. And there we go. Yonti's up into P8 right now. Just Chilling couldn't make it work. But let's see if Just Chilling can do the move now. We've got also Nursa on Max. And I think Max holds on to his line, only just Max, I think Max was in P4, so Max moved up into P3, and we just had a first time penalty. There's just battles going everywhere tonight.
Yeah.
It's like a 5-lap lobby, but except it's a 100% race. So they've got to be more careful. But at least they have more of a chance to recover in this race than the 5-lappers.
And there's a mistake from Max. He's just all over the road, and Nestor's able to retake P3. And it looks like Max is still in P4, holding on to P4. Raggy has not gone around him yet. Let's check on Vika at the front, and Jay is just holding on to his tail. Vika's got clean air coming out of these next couple corners, so there's really no problems towards the front, but it just seems like that midfield is really congested at this point. But let's hopefully that all the field can kind of spread out so there's not as much contact in the next couple of minutes and laps.
You can tell from the way these guys are driving as well who has practiced and who hasn't. So I think Max has just got past Nurser again, but can Nurser go around the outside? No, Max closed the door on him. We also got Yonti who made the move stick on Zesty, and he got past into P6 as well. But Zesty is looking really good behind him as well. He's gaining. Well, they're all McLaren drivers. I can't really say the McLaren driver because they're all McLaren drivers. And I think Zesty stays behind for now. Pure speed is the key here. There's no ERS either on these cars, so that's what makes the racing so cool to watch in these cars. It's just brilliant. I love the engine sound as well on these cars. It's just brilliant, and I think any one of those guys could potentially get a podium. But I think from about first downwards all the way up to 8, that's how close it is at the moment. We may start to calm it down a bit once we get to the first pit stop phase, which I'm not quite sure what it is in these cars, but yeah, we'll see anyway as we get to that stage.
Yeah, and we've already seen Zones and Copy already do their pit stop, so I think it was in the first couple of laps due to damage.
So, yeah, damage.
Yeah. So I think that we could possibly see them try to make up some positions in the next couple of laps when everyone starts to pit onto these tires. And again, we really are not sure when what the tire strategy is for what lap these drivers are gonna be pitting on. Obviously, it's the same compound, but we don't really know the life of these tires and how far they can stretch them. And
we don't know the weather either, because I think they said it to Dynamic, but meanwhile we got Raggy gonna try and get around the outside of Nurser then, and can he commit to that move? He's looking like he's pretty good at the moment. Nurser is not holding back though, and it looks like Raggy has got the jump on Nurser, and he's up to P4 now, and he's going to challenge Max. We also got Just Chillin', I think, who made a move earlier on as well on Zesty. So Zesty dropped back quite a bit as well. We see quite a few stuff going on in front as well with Yonti and Nurser as well.
Yeah, Yonti and Nestor into this next corner here, going to be kind of tight. Hopefully there's enough racing room for both of them to get around the corner. But yeah, really close. And Zones with another 3-second time penalty off after multiple warnings. I think this is his second penalty, unfortunately. But I do not want to know what's happening down there in.
Oh, Zesty's left again.
What a shame. Yeah. Hopefully he can get back in the session as quickly as possible, because that'd be unfortunate if he starts losing positions.
Oh, it's going to be 3 wide. Oh, my God. It almost went 3 wide, but... Oh.
Just Chilling, going to back out there. And Nestor and Yonti getting very close to touching. Nestor going to be... Oh, JC and Nestor just so close to each other. Yonti's able to take off from them two battling in the back here, but Just Chilling, looking for a move on Nestor. Going to be going up the inside. He's going to be able to make the move stick. No, Nestor's going to have a little bit more speed, and there it is, Just Chilling.
Oh, Max is off!
Max is off this track. What happened with him? He's down multiple positions.
Did he have a spin or something? I don't know.
I'm not sure. He's down to P11, though.
A few people have dropped positions as well, so it might have been a little bit of an incident between those guys, but...
Yeah, and it looks like Just Chilling is up into 4th place, as Yonti is taking Max's spot in P3, so there is a very large pool of drivers that could take a podium today. I mean, the field is all over the place in these cars. I mean, it's really up to driver skill, and I mean, all these drivers are very well skilled, so hopefully we can see some great racing for the podium today.
Yeah, I agree. And we've got JC just chilling, and Yonti gained 10 positions. Oh no, we lost another driver. Oh, there's 2 tyres that are on the track, and yeah, that's from Ben's car. So he's out already.
Yeah, he's parked up to the side here on the final straight, and that tire, there should be a safety car of some sort.
Almost certainly.
In the middle.
Yeah.
Just rolling in the, the middle.
I didn't see what happened beforehand, though.
It looks like we have Max stopped in turn 1 here. It looks like he's pulling off to the side to retire as well. I think he's had some issues with his car.
Or it might have been there might have been a battle between those two. I don't know. We didn't really see what happened there. So
yeah, and it looks like Max is retired as well. It looks like Zones is still trying to keep on the race. Copy is also still in the race in P11. He's about he's not too far behind Zones, so hopefully there's a good battle for P10 as well. As we've already had 3 retirements this race, which is crazy. You know, you wouldn't expect it in the first 7 laps. You maybe in lap 50, but I mean, I guess a lot of the action happens very early on.
It is quite hard, these cars. So some of these guys are not used to it. Some of these guys are used to actually racing the... oh, we've got a battle for the lead. We've got a battle for the lead. Here we go. Here comes Jay on Beaker. They're going side by side into the centre S then. Let's see what could Jay do to see if he can get past Beaker. Nope, Beaker closes the door on him and says, see you later. But can Jay have another look going into the uphill section? We'll have to wait and see. But Jay is having some really good pace at the moment on Beaker. He must have gained a lot of time in his last few laps to try and get him. So that is brilliant to watch from the pair of them. Pretty much even on pace on these cars. And all Tiger Racing is out as well. What is going on? Right, well, let's just go on board with Zones. Actually, no, we can't. Oh, he's...
Looks like we have a battle for P4. P4 right now. 4, 5, and 6 are all just... Ooh, jeez, it's getting really tight through there.
It is very tight, to be fair. There's a lot of people that left the session, though. That's a bit worrying.
Looks like Yanti and Just Chillin' are battling for 3rd place right now.
Oh!
Yanti just comes across Just Chillin' off the track. And it looks like Nestor is able to make up a position. And Just Chillin' into Zesty. Contact there. It looks like... Oh, jeez.
Everyone's left. What the?
Just came across... Completely just came across the track.
What is? Are we having a new lobby? Because everyone else is leaving.
I'm not sure. I think we should get in contact. The race director might have scheduled a new lobby.
Yeah, I literally do not know what's going on.
I'm gonna go quickly check.
Can you just
unless something else has happened? I think everyone has retired from the race. I think the race director has scheduled for a restart. I'm not.
I don't even know what's going on right now.
Yeah. Well, there's your finishing podium.
We have to do this all over again.
Yeah.
Oh god, that flip though from Just Chilling. Oh my god.
He just went. Oh man. All right, I'm gonna quickly check in. Let's hopefully that everything is okay. I'm gonna switch us over to the...
Yeah, can you jump me over, please?
All right. Well, welcome.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to the Brazilian holiday race. I guess we're gonna call it from now on. I don't know. Holiday. I named it the historic holiday.
Brazilian classic car holiday race.
There we go.
Yay!
Oh man, this is crazy.
This is fun. Hopefully these guys will be having a lot of fun. And we've also added one driver as well. We've got Mr. Esports driver Nicholas Longay in this lobby as well.
No. Looks like we're starting the formation lap already. It looks like nobody has crashed out of the formation lap.
That's good.
I'm really surprised because I would expect a lot worse off. But
yeah, that's good.
It looks like all the drivers have gotten off successfully. Bika is leading the charge with a pretty large gap, about 5 seconds in between himself and Jay.
He's forming up his tires quite hard then.
Yeah, he just clipped the grass there, and you can just see the mob of just McLarens just coming after Bika. It's like running from the zombies.
It is a formation lap, don't forget.
Yeah. It's kind of strange to me because all the way out in front, it's just a crazy amount of them. But it looks like it's going to be a really good race. I mean, another
Another 71. Well, another 7 extra laps, pretty much.
Yeah. I think we did like 7 or 8 laps. So I think we'll get like almost 80 laps in for this holiday race. So it looks like Bika is slowing down now, letting the rest of the pack catch up on the formation lap here.
Yep, he doesn't want to wait too long on the grid, so he needs to slow down a little bit more. So hopefully he can.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go ahead and get
That will mean
statistics up here.
I don't know why I've got the tyres up, because we've got dry tyres for the whole of the race by the looks of things.
Yeah. And it looks, hopefully Bika gets as good a start as he did earlier in the, I guess, the 7-lap test race that we did.
Pre-race testing. Let's call
exactly.
us that.
Yeah. Broadcast test. It looks like everyone is forming up on the grid here finally. Hopefully those tires of Bika's don't cool down too much here, but it looks like they are all lining up. The final car, I believe it's Max, is going to be rounding the...
Yeah, because he was the one who caused the incident, so his punishment that he's starting at the back of the grid.
Right, here we go.
Right, we'll be doing the start again then. Let's see, these guys have a much cleaner start this time, and hopefully no one bottles it on the first corner. And they're used to the cars by now, and the 5 red lights are coming on your screens once again tonight then, here in Brazil. And we are underway, and Bika, I think, got a much better start across the line. And I think everyone has made it much cleaner through the start of turn 1. Raggy got a very good start, already up into P3, so did Just Chillin' as well. We're seeing some massive ground made from, I think, most of the drivers here. Yep, they've all made it clean to turn 1. Let's see how they approach turn 2, 3, and 4 now. This is very crucial here. We've got quite a few side-by-side action happening. We've got 3 wide as well between. We've got Yonti, we've got Tiger Racing, Longay literally all over the shot at the moment. As
Jones on the back of Tiger Bell, just a little bit of contact there, no damage though. Looks like the top 10 just got through kind of clean. Sorry to interrupt, but
no worries.
Just, a lot of craziness happening. It looks like the midfield is kind of bunching up, but it looks more like the formation lap in the first couple cars there.
Yeah, it looks like it. I think they're just, some of them are still getting used to the cars, about the way they handle, because it's obviously a lot different to the F1 2019 cars, or even the multiplayer cars for some of them that have done that. But not many people I know have done that, because personally I do not like it. It's going to take a while for the gaps to come through. I think it's going to, everyone's going to cross the line. I think that's where we'll see the gaps come through. But we've got Yonti on, I think it's Tiger Racing then, as he goes just past Young Cow. And there he goes. He's taken the shortest run to the line, and he's up to P7. And the gaps are starting to come through, which makes it life a whole lot easier. We've got Crow already up into P5. As I was saying that, he's dropped it down to P5. It's Just Chillin' made a great send on him. And he's now going to chase Raggy for the podium positions at the moment. And hopefully, you know, we've got oh god, this is not going to end well. We've got pretty much 4 wide potentially here into turn 4. We've got Yonti, Copy, and Zones as well. Oh, I believe, you know, it's Yonti, Copy, and Max as well. So we'll see, as I think Yonti holds onto the line going into the uphill section. Then it's one of the tricky right-handers. Oh, they almost touched. That was almost ended in a shunt. Yonti's gone off the circuit a little bit there almost, but I think Yonti stays ahead of Max by the looks of things, as Max, I think, is rocking up the Senna helmet, I think, today, which I think, yeah, he is. Yeah, I think it's Senna. Almost certain it's Senna. But, yeah. And, I was hoping no one was going to touch, but they didn't, which is good. And we're gonna see it. I think Crow is not giving Ben an easy time for the podium spots, as he's about 3 tenths behind him at the moment. Jay's about 5 tenths behind Beaker, so we could see that prop up a little bit as well. We'll just have to wait and see. So here we go then. Here comes Nicholas then on the outside of Raggy into turn 1.
A lot of better exit there from Nick coming on Bika's inside, or on Raggy's inside now. It's going to be just a drag race down to the next turn. Looks like Raggy does have the edge out here. Let's see who breaks later. Who is the bigger balls in this situation. It looks like Raggy's ran off the track a little bit. He's going to come back on, and Nicholas is just going to sweep past him. Raggy, though, coming back into this next turn.
What? This is insane. How are they doing this? I mean, that's just good race for the both of them. So there we go. That's Crow up into third, Raggy in fourth place, and we've got Just Chillin' not that far behind as well, so they could catch both of them. They almost did, but Jay is really catching up on Beaker for the lead right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Beaker is slowly losing his advantage. It looks like Jay is really racy in this second part of the event, I guess you could say. I think Jay's gotten more accommodated to the car, and it looks like Beaker could start losing his lead here in a couple of laps time. But hopefully Beaker can hold on to that lead. And
Max is out. Max is out again.
How's he gone? Has he hit anyone?
I couldn't see where he retired, but
no, a yellow flag in sector 3. I guess maybe possibly hit a wall. I mean, and it's been cleared already, so probably a wall of some sort. But
no safety car though, so
no safety car, and it looks like we're gonna have a battle here between Zones and Just Chilling going into this turn. Really clean racing from them too, absolutely excellent. And Zones is up actually 7 positions from his starting position. So he started in P12 and he's in P5 now, which is excellent stuff from him.
Yeah, that's good to see from Zones, actually. I think he's the first time I've actually seen him race as well. Mizzo challenging Yonti for 8th, and I think Mizzo has got past him. They're still going to be side by side into the hairpin, oh my word. And I think Mizzo gets it done. There we go, our recent RNL Season 3 champion, showing what he's made of. For those of you that don't know, he actually won RNL, and he's got a big prize pool that he has won, and well deserved from him. And he's showing that he means business, really, on this circuit. They are two quite close in terms of rivals pretty much on this game. So it's great to see them together. Jay is catching. He's saying fastest lap after fastest lap pretty much every lap. So I won't be surprised if Jay can challenge Beaker for a move very soon. And I thought it was my microphone muted. Hopefully my mic's not muted. Fingers crossed.
I was having a little bit of mic difficulty there. I'm sorry about that.
I thought it was me for a minute then. I was like, what? I thought it was my internet. I was like, no.
It looks like Jay is still sticking to the back of Beaker here through the sector 2 right here. Just ever so slight, he's just edging off at Beaker's times, and I would expect by at least like lap 8 or 9, possibly Jay's gonna have the lead over Beaker at this point. I mean, it's a tough call to make, but I think that Jay is able to do it.
Yep, and the laps are much longer on these cars than compared to the F1 cars, so they've got to judge when will be the best time to pit as well to get the undercut right as well. And yeah, Beaker's pulling away now. He's responding to Jay's challenge. Jay had the fastest lap a lap ago, and Beaker said, hang on, I could do better, and he's just done that. So good job on Beaker. I think the only other battle we potentially got Just Chillin' and Zones, but I don't think Zones is a little bit too further forward to do it. But we got Copy on Just Chillin' and into the center S. So let's see what Copy can do as he goes through the left-hand side. He's going up into 6th. Then downshifting to 4th, then away down to 3rd. Oh, we got someone going off.
Just Chilling off the circuit, yeah. It looks like Copy's going to be able to have the racing line into this turn.
Yeah, that's
Just Chilling, just barely behind him, though. See if he's able to make a move, possibly around the outside.
Yep, and I think, Copy is still in 6th place, so yeah, they could challenge soon, and I think we've got Mizzo and Yonti not that far behind as well. So we've got, if it was the F1 2019 cars, it will potentially be a DRS train. So, but it's not. Let's just call it a slipstream train for today's stream. And I think we've got people dropping back at the front, but We've got Zones potentially catching up to the guys in front as well, so they need to make a move soon, sharpish. Otherwise, the likes of Copy and Just Chilling could get past, and we're seeing more fastest laps going left, right, and centre. Just Chilling taking a different line to Copy there, and we got our first penalty of Zones. Then the 3 seconds. He got multiple warnings there. Let's see, Mizzo, the reigning RNL champion, on Just Chilling then. Let's see if Just Chilling could hold on to the inside. Oh, that was close. They were banging wheels, but that looked very clean to me. And I think Mizzo showing why he's one of the good drivers on this game. He gets the position done on JC there. And I'm seeing if we can see any more moves up the midfield. I think we got potentially Mizzo on Copy if he could pick up the pace a little bit. He is looking good to catch up to him. Oh, no, he's gone off. Oh, I jinxed him so bad there on Mizzo, and he's dropped down to 8th. So he's got to get the move soon. Meanwhile, Zones has just made the move past Raggy, and looks like Raggy's going to try and get the move again. No, he is not. I think Zones is pulling away. These cars are different kettle of fish, and we got Just Chilling as well, I believe, on Copy, and Raggy as well. Oh my god, there's battles all over the shot. It's going to be 3 wide almost. Let's see what Copy could do as he takes the outside into turn number 1.
Oh, there it is, and very close through there. It looks like Raggy's going to back out and let Copy get through there, but hopefully that Raggy can increase his exit speed to catch Copy in the next turn here. It looks like he's going to get the slipstream. He's going to be catching him up into this next corner, so hopefully he gets a good exit and can stick to the back of him in that, that slipstream train that we've been talking about.
And we lost another driver, Zesty, Sector 1. Is anyone in Sector 1 now? No, they're not, so we can't really follow to see how Zesty has retired. So we lost 2 drivers already, but I think it might have just been a spin or something like that, or he just hit the wall or something like that, because I don't think it was they got involved with any other cars. I'm not entirely sure about that. So yeah, no safety car though, so they're keeping going here. And we got Nicholas Longay actually managing to catch up to JM Beaker now. So yeah, we're now starting to see a freeway battle for the lead. So it just goes to show, the more you're battling up front, the more you're letting the guys behind actually try to catch up. So I think Jay's got to get a move on Beaker pretty soon, because I don't think Beaker would want this added pressure right now. But he's going to have less pressure now, as Longay has got a 3-second time penalty. I don't think the top 2 have got 3-second time penalties yet, so that's nothing to worry about there.
And we could see Raggy trying to still catch up to Copy. He's getting ever so closer each lap, and I'm thinking that maybe in Sector 3s he could possibly make a move, but Copy just has so much speed through these corners, and his exit speed is just so much greater than Raggy's. So I think that he's going to have to just catch him in the slipstream if Raggy wants to get around Copy, and Zones is obviously a little bit further ahead of both of them. So hopefully that Raggy can catch up to Copy if he can just stay in that slipstream on the longer straights.
Don't forget, Raggy's also got added pressure from Mizzo, Just Chilling, Yonti as well, and so he's got to worry about these people as well, more than Copy as well. So he's probably going to be stuck in a sandwich for quite a bit. But due to the fact that it is fixed it up, it's like that it's more close racing more than anything. It reminds me of the F2 races we've seen in RNL Season 3. We've seen how close those races are. Let's see, Mizzo's going to get a jump on Raggy on the inside then. Let's see if he can get the jump then into turn number 1. He could get the jump on Copy if Mizzo catches up soon. And I think Mizzo is now up on Raggy. Mizzo up another position, up into P6 then. But can Raggy challenge Mizzo again for P6? We'll have to wait and see. Down the run into turn 4. Nope, he can't. So, but he's still right on the back of them. We got Yonti and Just Chilling as well. They're going side by side. Can Just Chilling managing to stick it? Can Yonti defend and attack? I mean, it's gonna be another tight entry. we've seen the likes of Hamilton and Albert making mistakes here. We don't want to see these guys making mistakes. And, this is very tight between Just Chillin' and Yonti. And I think Just Chillin' takes it. Yes, he does. Well, can Yonti even get him in the next lap corners or so? I think he can, but we're seeing Just Chillin' just starting to get better downforce on his car. I think he's starting to get a little bit of rhythm now. We'll have to wait and see. But the battle we're interested on is Nicholas Longay on Jay then. I don't know why I said Jack for a minute. Here we go. Here's Nicholas Longay trying to go around the inside. But Jay just looking ever so powerful on the brakes at the moment. Jay's also going to have a look on Beaker as well down in centre S's. Jay has got to make the move now. Nicholas may just be a sitting duck for the moment. He could just wait until any of these two make a mistake, and I think that's what he's going to try and do. And Jay, I think, is getting had a better exit from turn 3 and a better entry into turn 4 by the looks of things. Now into turn 5, and looks like they're staying put for now, but this could be very feisty for the first half of the race. And Yonti are Just Chilling again, the same corner as we've seen them battling earlier. It is about a race for attrition, but they can't push too hard because they've still got quite a few stops to make in this race.
And it looks like Nicholas is still on top of Jay, and Jay's is just even closer to Bika at this point. I mean, these guys are just on top of each other when it comes to these corners. I mean, it looks like Nicholas is backing off just a tad bit now, and Bika is able to extend his lead just a little bit more. But obviously, Bika's punching that hole through the air, and it's just making.
Oh, look at Jay! Look at Jay! Look at Jay! Jay's looking brilliant.
There we go on the racing line. Let's see if Bika can defend in the inside. Jay is gonna have the inside for this corner here. Oh, Bika off the track now, and Nicholas wants to get a piece of this cake. He's both of them on the. Oh, jeez, man, this is crazy. Looks like Bika is gonna try for the inside into turn 4. Nicholas moving up the racing line. Bika still holding second place, and Nicholas is just gonna get on the throttle just a little bit earlier than Bika. Bika still gonna be holding on to second place for, I'm guessing, not for long. Into turn 5 now. Bika holding his position. Jay in first place, and it's a crazy battle for the podium right now.
I think Jay did absolutely perfectly there. He kept under pressure when he needed to, and he is now in prime position when it comes to the pit stops as well. Nicholas Longay. Oh, they touch again. Oh, that's close. Oh, hopefully no damage there. I don't think there's damage, but I don't think any of those two guys will be happy about that. But there is Longay now up into second, but Beaker's still catching up in third, so it's not over yet. But you can see Beaker struggling there with his car. He's just got a bit of understeer there. I think he'll probably either need to go into the pits or get a new fresh set of tyres. Again, we won't know when these guys are going to pit, so we're not sure when the best time will be. But yeah, you can see that Beaker had a rhythm to begin with, but now due to the fact that he had not one but two guys pressuring behind, I think he started to get a bit nervous, I think. But yeah, he was battling with one of the best drivers on this game, so I would be a lot pressured in that situation.
Yeah, and it looks like we have a nice midfield battle between Raggy, Yanti, and Just Chillin'. Raggy's starting to back up the pack just a little bit, which Yanti was carrying a lot more speed into turn 1, and it kind of backed up Just Chillin', so Just Chillin' was able to make up a bit of his gap, and then there goes Yanti on Raggy, and it looks like possibly some damage there. Just Chillin' is just able to sneak by there. He's now on the tail of Raggy. Let's see, Yanti has no damage on, which is good, and it looks like a little bit of fishtailing from Raggy's McLaren there. So hopefully Just Chillin' can possibly get around Raggy on the long straight and into turn 1. But crazy battle down here in 7th, 8th, and 9th.
Yeah. That is pretty good to see as well. But Nicholas Longay is gaining. He set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Can he challenge Jay for the lead? No, he can't. Jay just had a better traction there. But Nicholas Longay could have a better chance going into the centre S's then. He is looking very good on paper and pace as well. Can Jay hold on to the outside line? Looks like he's going to. They're both just leaving a little bit of room. I think only just, at the moment. That is what we call racing. And Nicholas Longay, could he have another go into turn 5? No, not quite. So that looked pretty good from both of them, actually. But I think Jay had the upper hand. And we got Mizzo on copy then, potentially brewing as well. And we've got Just Chillin' and Yonti. Actually, I think Just Chillin' and Yonti, I think, could be closer. Just Chillin' and Raggy, sorry. As I think Raggy is under pressure from Just Chillin' as well.
And I'm now seeing that Mizzo is on copy now. It looks like Mizzo's been able to gain the positions that he lost from coming off the track, and he's now battling for P5 against Copy, but Copy just has so much speed out of these corners. It's crazy stuff from him. I mean, it's almost impossible to keep up with him, and then he has great defending and through the corners as well, even when he gets close to him. But it looks like Mizzo is in the slipstream, looking for a move, but he's just too far away at this point to make a move just yet. It looks like he is going to just ride the slipstream into turn 4 here. Let's see what he can do into turn 4.
Oh, meanwhile, we've got, I think, Jonty making a sensational move. I only just caught the back of it. He not only got Just Chillin', he also got Raggy as well. But let's see if Raggy can get past Just Chillin'. No, not quite. Oh, my word. They're going a bit argy-bargy. They're going a bit argy-bargy at the moment, but that's what we like to see. I can tell you, they're having a lot of fun, and that's what counts here. And I think Yonti had the bare hand here, and Yonti, fair play, my man. I'm sorry I didn't catch all of it, but it looked like that he gained advantage on both of these drivers. And whilst all that was happening, Nicholas Longay is taking the lead.
Yeah, it looks Nick is now has a significant lead over Jay now. I mean, it's over 1.2 seconds just about and you can see Nicholas is already almost into the first corner. And it looks like Jay is just entering.
Oh, JC's out! JC's out! What's that? Oh, his tyre is gone. He might have oh! That's just past Young Cow. Oh, there's a tyre on the track. It's rolling.
Yeah.
Oh my word! Oh, it's gonna hit Dre socks if they're not careful.
Yeah, honestly, we need another safety. No safety car though. Only a yellow flag, and it's been waved green at this point. I think the marshals and the stewards need to figure out
how to get rid of it.
Yeah, how to get that off the track. I mean, obviously a major danger to the drivers, but let's go ahead and take it back up to the front again, where Jay and Bika are still trying to fight it out. Bika has about a 7/10 gap in between himself and Jay. He's trying to minimize that through the sector 2 and 3. So hopefully Nicholas is able to get away. He's already had about 2.3 seconds as an increased gap in between Jay and Bika because of their battle, and it looks like Nicholas is just going to take off with the lead at this point. But it all can change when they all dive into the pits.
Yeah, 2.4 seconds is the gap between Longay and Jay. When he got past Jay, he took off like a rocket. I was gonna say something else, but that didn't make sense. So yeah, he took off like a rocket, and there he is. He's in the lead, and
off comes Zone. Zone has just hit the wall. Let's see, he's just dropped a couple positions. He's on the grass right now.
Oh, he's moved out of the way. He's got Yonti and Raggy catching. There's Yonti, and there's Raggy. Oh! That was close. That was close. He almost hit Tiger Racer for a minute there as well. And he's out as well.
He's retired. We've had 4 retirements in this race already, and it looks like Tiger's gonna... Okay, I guess that was Zones there. I was unsure who that was.
Yeah, we thought that was Tiger for a minute there as well, but obviously it wasn't. Yeah. But it happened.
Yep, and it looks like Bika is still trying to close that gap on Jay, and I think Bika's strongest sector is going to be sector 2. Is able to make up a lot of time here. He just needs to ride in Jay's slipstream over the next couple laps to get into attacking distance.
Yep, he does, and yep, Zones has left the session. He's not happy with that whatsoever then. So Can Beaker get another charge on the... well, he's a prancing horse now. Beaker on Jaden. Can Jay be on full defence mode? I think he is trying to at the moment. I think this is the closest battle we're seeing on track at the moment. I think everyone else, is just saving their tyres a bit more, saving their fuel until they get to the pits. And then into 4.
Yeah, and all these tires are all around 16 to 17 laps old, so I'm gonna guess that these tires are gonna be getting changed in the next 5 to 7 laps. My guess, possibly. It depends. I'm not 100% sure, but I mean it could be even less than that. But no pit stops in the field yet, so obviously these tires still have a little bit of life left in them. So I think all the drivers are gonna try to drain them until they really need to pit for newer tires.
Yeah, I think they just want to do... they want to try for 1 stop, but in some ways in Brazil, sometimes I find 2 stops are faster, but I'm not the strategist around these. Yeah, so I think any of us are strategists. That's why we're in the commentary box, not in the racing seat. Because, I would have struggled if I was in that car. But anyway, I don't think Beaker's going to have the edge on Jay yet. No, he is not. So looks like these guys I think are starting to struggle a bit. I think I don't think you can tell if the tyres are starting to die or not. I don't think there's a feature on this game that I don't know. Is it? It is hard. No, it all looks the same to me on all the cars. So yeah, we can't tell you that, I'm afraid.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like the gap between Jay and Longe is getting even wider now, and it looks like Bika getting even closer to Jay. Jay went a little bit too deep into sector 2, one of the corners in sector 2. I don't know the corner names too well. I apologize, but it looks like Nicholas has extended his gap over 5 seconds now, which is a crazy amount of time in racing.
Yeah, that is just insane from him. But don't forget, these guys are also on different skill levels as well, so they're completely different in terms of how they want to approach this as well. So don't forget, Nicholas is used to competing at a global stage, whereas most of these other guys have been racing in their bedrooms. So completely different kettle of fish. So those who just joined us, welcome to the Brazilian Classic Car Holiday Race in the McLaren MP46. It is 100%. We've done 20 laps already, and we've still got another 41 laps to go. I can't do maths. I'm not good at maths. So I'm just going to leave that to someone else. But anyway, Baker on Jaden, and we also got Nurser on Raggy potentially as well. Let's just see. I think Nurser's going to get the better run on Raggy. No, actually, no, he's not. So I think he's going to try again pretty soon. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a lot of the cars in the field are starting to spread out now, and you just have these kind of little battles that are kind of happening. But the cars are, I think, a lot of the drivers are starting to struggle, and they're not able to maintain that closeness as they did before. But hopefully we can see some more battles in the field, and hopefully the cars can get a little bit closer.
Yeah, possibly towards the end is where we'll probably start to see some of them going to full attack mode. So keeping our fingers crossed for that. Nurser has dropped a bit from Raggy there, so we're not going to see a battle for them, but we will possibly see a battle between Jay and Beaker once again. Then let's see. It's kind of like round 6 or round 7. I'm losing count on how many rounds. Let's see. Beaker. No, I think he's backing off. Yes, he is. So Beaker can't get the challenge on Jay just yet. But yeah, he is. They will still be looking very impressive between each other, because every point counts. It is the last race before Christmas, and they want to give it their all. I know some of them might be racing on Christmas Day, but I'm definitely not. I'll be resting. But for most of these guys, it will be. So
yeah, I mean, Bika has done a really stellar job throughout this race. I mean, in the test race before, he qualified on a pole position, and he's just really rocked this car so far. And it goes to show that Bika has really improved over the last couple of months in his racecraft. I mean, if you guys have tuned into any of the RNL races, you see sometimes Bika can get caught out in situations, and he sometimes has to retire from these races. But Bika has so much raw talent and so much raw pace, and he can just hop in a car and go.
Yeah, I think when he has the pace, he does it brilliantly. But sometimes I end up dinking him, and he's not happy after the race when it happens. So, yeah, but like Bika's done it.
Bika's gone onto Jay. Jay moved over to the left side. I wonder if there's some type of mechanical problem or something.
Hold on. We got Nurser on Raggy. Oh, we got Raggy on Nurser the other way around.
Yeah. Another battle into turn 4, and Jay's taking a 3-second time penalty.
Here we go, Raggy going on the inside of Nurser then. Nurser holds on to the outside. And I think Raggy has the edge there. Here he goes. Raggy is now up another position. He's fighting back. And, Nurser taking the inside there for a minute there. But he's got Tiger Racing right behind as well. So they're both battling quite hard as well. So, yeah, it's looking pretty good.
It is. Hopefully Tiger Racing can make up some positions. He's lost 5 positions from the start of the race, so he could make up some places here if he's able to get around Nestor and Raggy. And looks like Bika has held his position in second. Looks like Jay has about a 4/10 gap in between them. But Nicholas has extended his lead almost to 9 seconds now.
I think he'll come out in the lead, in the pit stops. Almost certainly. If it comes down to it. So, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I've heard from a few people they are going to try for the 1 stop. Which is personally, I think it's a bit of a gamble on the 100% race. But, these drivers know the track better than we do, and they know the limits. So if they want to do a 1 stop, they're going to try at least and see what happens. But for some of these guys, it could work if their driving style suits it, and they could try and save those tyres. But we'll have to wait and see. And I think, Nurser's got Tiger Racing just got past Nurser now, and he's going to have a battle with Raggy pretty soon. Jay's dropped off Bika, but here comes, we're going to see Mizzo catch up to Jay soon as well. So Mizzo's up 9 positions, so yeah, he's another person that we should keep an eye on for the rest of this race as well, as he's been avoiding trouble, and that's where he is at the moment, up into P4. The ones who have made stops, no one's made stops at the moment, so no one has gone into the pits as of yet, so if anyone got any damage, it's probably only minor damage that most of these guys have got.
Yeah, you can see that Mizzo is still trying to stick on to Jay. He's ever so slightly trying to, stay in his slipstream, but Jay is just taking off, and he's still trying to stick with Bika. So I think that he's going to end up getting, I guess metaphorically sandwiched in between Mizzo and Bika, and maybe Mizzo is able to take the position away from Jay.
Yeah, potentially. You never know. We've seen weird things happen.
So we have a battle down here for 7th, 8th, and 9th, and Nestor and Raggy. Raggy's gone onto the grass, allowing Tiger Racing to get even closer to him now into this next turn. Looks like Raggy is going to have the racing line. Tiger is going to be still on his gearbox just about. Let's see if he's able to get the slipstream and overtake him. Nestor, though, behind, a little bit larger gap between him and Tiger Racing. But it is it's looking very racy throughout the entire grid.
It is, and that is what we like to see, them going full to the brim here in Brazil. And this is one of those tracks where it's a good championship decider as well, and it's a good kind of season finale. And we got a yellow flag. Who is that? It's not telling me what that yellow flag is. Oh, it's Dr. Esox or Dre Sox or however you say it. I think it's Dr. Esox. I'm going to call him that because...
yeah.
Yeah, so he's dropped. He's down into 10th. And no safety car as of yet. And Jay's found some time onto Beaker again then. So we're going to potentially find out that Jay, I think, has been saving his tyres and fuel more than Beaker has. I don't think we've seen any of the warning lights pop up. I don't think we see that in classic cars. Not entirely sure, but we've got Draysox in the pits. I think he's had damage then. So, and I'm sure he's gonna probably do a 2-stop by the looks of things. Yeah, but it's front wing damage, so he's pitting for that.
It does look, it's still a very tight battle. It looks like Esox is going to come out right in between of Raggy and in that whole battle there. Let's see where he's going to come out actually. Looks like he's exiting the pits now.
No, he's a lap down. He's a lap down.
Okay, yeah.
He's going really slowly.
I think he has the pit limiter on still, so he might get caught up in the traffic that's coming around here. So he is going to get lapped, I believe. He just didn't realize that he can turn off the pit
look
limiter.
at this. Tiger Racing and Nursa are going wheel to wheel in the center S's. Oh, my word. This is great to see. And I think we've got the lapped car of Draysox, or Dr. Esox having a piece of the action as well. They're going to get a bit of a tow as well. So they're saying thank you very much. And they're looking pretty close between these two. I think it's pretty much close between the whole field right now. Meanwhile, let's go back to the front. We got Mizzo and Jay. Mizzo in P4 at the moment against Jay, and he's got Beaker as well. Mizzo's going to try and get the inside. Yes, he is. Ooh.
Very close between those two. Ooh, locking up. Jay locked up into turn 1. He's going to have Mizzo's going to have the advantage here. He's going to have a better exit out of this turn. Jay is going to be right on his tail, though, trying to gain the position back into turn 4. The slipstream going to grab the inside line here. Mizzo defending very well. Going to hold the position there out of turn 4. Let's see what he can do into turn 5.
Yep, turn 5 is where we've seen quite a lot of overtakes, really, and that's why I think there's a lot more opportunities to overtake on this circuit more than most other circuits, which is why a lot of people like racing here. So, yeah, Jay looking quite. I think he's still under pressure. I think he's been wondering why he's down in 4th, but again, he can chance to perk himself up a bit. Maybe when he goes to the pits, he'll probably have a bit more fresher tyres if he chooses to pit a lap later, maybe, or he might choose to come in now and try for the undercut. I don't know, but we got Nursa and Tiger Racing. Oh, we've got see someone gone off, but that was Draysox moving out of the way of the 3 cars that are battling ahead of him, because obviously he is a lap down already. As everyone else has been on these tyres for most of the race now, so I think they are going to take it half distance and then they're going to pit. I'm almost certain they're going to take it half distance. Half distance is around about 40 laps. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But meanwhile, we got Nursa on Raggy then into turn 1. Nursa this time chooses to go to the outside. Raggy defends from the inside, but I think Nursa's choice of lines really helped in there. But what Raggy needs to do now is he's going to try and get him into turn 4, which I think is where he is stronger at. But Nursa has the better downforce there to keep that position.
Nursa's done a great job defending in these corners. It's very hard to defend against some of the best racers in obviously in the R&L league and obviously in the world as well. I mean, you have almost F1 celebrities such as Nicholas in the lobby, as well as people that have picked up the game over the last couple months. But yeah, a really great job from Nursa defending against Raggy in these corners. He's done a really excellent job.
Yeah, it is great to see. I mean, some of these guys, they may want to qualify for, with the exception of Raggy, of course, because obviously he commentates for the league. But most of these guys will want to be in RNL next year. So so there's few people watching thinking, who am I going to be up against in RNL next season? And I think we're getting a little bit of a taster at the moment. So here comes Tiger Racing on the outside of Raggy then. So he's seen it work for Nurser, but I don't think it's worked for him. No, it's not. He's gone off a little bit, almost onto the grass. So I think Raggy he almost predicted that Tiger was going to go on the inside, outside, and then this time it kind of worked for Raggy this time. So yeah, don't be too predictable, but that is racing sometimes. Maybe Tiger Race could get him into turn 5. Back to the inside. No, not quite. So there we go here. So Raggy stays in 8th. Only just though.
Yeah, I'm right. Tiger Racing is tried to keep up with Raggy. It looks like Raggy also made a mistake in turn 3, on the exit of turn 3, so he was able to stick to him. But Tiger Racing is just a little bit too far out to really make the move. So hopefully with the slipstream that he's able to make the move in the next couple laps when he gets a little bit closer. But I mean, it's Raggy's come off almost a little bit, and Tiger Racing's able to almost capitalize on that. Raggy still has pace over him, though.
I'm sure Tiger Racing's going to go on the inside now. He is. Yep, he is. Here he goes. But can Raggy hold on to the outside then? No, he can't. So I think Raggy's mistake, has come to bite him at the moment. They're going to go wheel to wheel in the centre S. These two mean business here. And I think Raggy's got the position back, but can Tiger Racing fight back? No. So a brilliant comeback from Ben, I must say, into that corner, but that almost ended badly, but it didn't, which was good to see. And look at that gap for the leader, 11 seconds, and Nick's just set another fastest lap. So
yeah, crazy. And
I know.
Yeah, it's almost astonishing. It is astonishing just to look at the gap there, that he's able to create such a large deficit in between.
He is good at this track. He is good at this track.
Yeah.
In general, to be honest.
Yeah.
So.
And I think the strategy for Tiger Racing is to let Raggy make a mistake like he did in the final corner there. I think he just needs to wait him out. I don't think he needs to really make an overtake just yet, because I think Raggy will end up making a mistake and Tiger can capitalize it again. And we do see our first pit stop. Nesser has pitted.
And so is Jonty. And Jonty.
And Jonty is also pitted. So you were right. About 30 laps in, we were going to start seeing our first pit stop. So they're going to be going through the undercut. Jonty has come out right before Raggy. Obviously, Raggy is on the older tires. Tiger Bill going up the inside of, trying for the inside of turn 5. That's not turn 4. It's not going to get done though, and it looks like they're starting to increase the gap in between them at this point.
Yep, indeed, and I nearly lost my train of thought there, but yeah, it is. I think, as far as I'm aware, 36 laps is a 50%, I believe. So 30 or 36 and a half, I don't know, but roughly about 35, 36 laps. So, yeah, if these guys are not pitting then I don't know why. But there we go, Beaker into the pits then. So Beaker's going to respond to Jonty, and I think Beaker's going to be ahead of him anyway, but we'll have to wait and see. Will the likes of Raggy and Tiger Racing think that it's the best time to go into the pits? We'll have to find out. We'll see as Ben... Oh, he did a dummy there almost, so he's not in the pits. Beaker comes out ahead of Jonty by quite a bit, actually. So, he's going to try and see if he can take advantage of the likes of Jay, Copy, Mizzo, and the likes of them. But I'm almost certain that they should be alright. But I can't make any promises about that. Here comes Tiger Racing on Ben once again, then into turn 4. They're on the same amount of tyres, don't forget. Oh, yellow flag is set to 1. What's that about?
I didn't see anything come up. I didn't see any of the drivers really come off. I think it what might have been
Blue
just
flag,
a little.
maybe. Blue flag, potentially. We don't see blue flags pop up on our screen. We only see yellows.
No, yeah.
It can't, because it pops up when you're driving, of course. But it would be nice if it can go in spectator mode. But I'm guessing Codemasters expect us to know of these things. But yeah. So we've got Nicholas Longuet still leading then, and he's still on at the circuit after lap 33, and I think he's probably going to stay till lap 36 almost certainly, but he'll probably be wrong and go to lap 30, the next lap probably, but we'll see. I think he might respond to what the others do, and
here comes Tiger racing onto Raggy into turn 1. Here we go. A lockup from Raggy. Possibly contact there. I couldn't get a good enough view of it. But it looks like there's a battle between Nestor, Raggy, and Tiger Racing. Tiger Racing might get caught out. Or, I'm sorry, who is that? Maybe that's a lapped car. I'm sorry. Yeah, it is a lapped car.
Dre Sox. Or Doctor. Yeah. Well, we'll never get this right. I think we're going to say different things for each stream.
So I'm calling him Doctor now. Dr. Esox is now, he's the lap car there. I thought he was Nestor, but it is still battle between Tiger Racing and Raggy at this point. And Raggy's slow out of this corner here. Tiger had to react kind of quickly. Let's see if Tiger can still close that gap. And he was practically on Raggy's gearbox in the apex of that corner there.
Yeah, I think Tiger Racing just had a little bit more speed and downforce there, which I think helped him catch up to him. I think these two have been battling for the last couple of laps now, and I think these two are hoping that I think the two guys was getting a little bit tense at the moment in their cockpit, but I think Raggy's going to try and do the undercut, and Raggy is in the pits, so he's pitting. Tiger Racer and Nurser, well, I don't know what Nurser's going to do. But I think Dre Sox is staying out, obviously, because Nurser's been on. Oh, yeah, he's already pitted. My bad. So the people still yet to pit are Tiger Racing, Nicholas, Mizzo, Jay, and Copy. Everyone else has made their pit stops. Let's see where Raggy comes out. Nurser is ahead of him, so Nurser's undercut on Raggy worked wonders. So it is going to be close, though. I think it will allow Raggy to catch up on those fresher tyres, though. So I think he might have done the right thing pitting when he did. But we'll see as we go to the latter half of this race. This is the second half of this race now.
We made it without a restart.
Yeah, don't jinx it now. Wait, I'm touching wood. I'm touching wood. There we go. For those of you that weren't watching since the start, there was a few issues, not from us, but from a few of the drivers, and it caused us to have a lobby restart. But we are back, obviously, and it's been going all right at the moment, and having a little bit of fun.
Yeah, absolutely, and you can see that the drivers are now more spread out than ever. I mean, now you're getting multiple seconds in difference of these cars, and I think that until some of the top drivers start pitting, I think we're going to see some more action. But right now it's a little quiet, to be honest. I mean, everyone is kind of in a different part of the track at this point.
Yeah, I think it may come to a situation that tyres might come into effect, and that's when they're probably going to be starting pushing. So, yeah. And Nicholas still out, so maybe end of lap 36 potentially.
Possibly lap 37 if he thinks he can push the tires for a couple of laps more.
Because these guys, they're going to benefit more than their rivals. Nicholas can really pretty much pit when he wants. He's going to be ahead anyway.
Yeah, and it's more Mizzo and Jade that need to react to. And it looks like Copy is pitted. He hasn't reacted to anything.
No, because he's got Yonti's way. Yonti, I think, has got to just pass Young Cow. Yes, he has,
So all we have left is Nicholas, Mizzo, Jay, and Tiger Racing in 7th, who still has not pitted, which is interesting to me because I think when he pits, I think Nestor is going to be out ahead of them. But those fresher tires could possibly help him overtake the field again.
I'm quite surprised a lot more people have done one stop today. I thought more people would do two stop, but that just shows I know nothing about classic cars. So
Yeah.
I'm guessing a lot of people wanted to do one stop, and we'll have to see. Mizzo has to respond now. He's got to. Or Jay. Mizzo's responding. He's listened to us somehow. And there he goes, Mizzo in the pits. And Jay stays out, so I'm guessing Jay was... I think Jay is like, do the opposite to what Mizzo's doing.
Yeah, it's like the Lewis Hamilton, stay out.
Yeah.
But,
or Mizzo's like, in.
yeah.
So
3 remain without a pit stop at this 71 lap race at the Interlagos circuit, but let's see. It looks like Bika has come out in front of Mizzo, or possibly. Yep, it looks.
Yeah,
like
1.1 seconds though, so not that far behind. So a similar situation to what we saw with Raggy and Nurser, but Raggy has dropped off with Nurser, so I'm guessing his tyres might have taken a long time to warm up. Maybe. I don't know, or maybe he's just saving his energy or tyres until the end of the race, which it is possible. But we'll see. And no, I'm not surprised Nicholas is staying out, because I've seen him in esports races where he has stayed on those tyres for quite a long time, and somehow he still made it work. So yeah, I'm not that surprised, to be honest, and I'm probably going to be even more surprised if Jay stays out, but he's not. He's going into the pits.
Yeah, Tiger Racing is also pitted in the last laps, and it looks like Nicholas is the only one who's going to be staying out. He's
ahead of Raggy more crucially, so but not a lot separates between the two of them. So I think Tiger Racing might have the advantage over the rest of the field. Now, more crucially, is Mizzo going to be ahead of Jay? This is where the pit stop strategy is key. And yes, he is. By quite some margin, actually. Mizzo's already past turn 4.
Wow, yeah. That's a great strategy call by Mizzo to hit a little bit earlier. And it looks like Jay's going to have about 6.5 seconds to make up. He wants to get around Mizzo.
We don't know what the penalty situation is like either, so...
And there's a penalty for Mizzo, 3 seconds.
Oh my word, we were just talking about penalties, and then Mizzo's got one.
Yeah, Nicholas has just dropped into the pits on lap 38, so he is going to be pitting. The gap between him and Bika, though, is around 31 seconds, so Nicholas won't have any challenge coming out of the pit lane.
Like his helmet, though. It's nice and golden.
Yeah.
So he comes out. He's going to be ahead of Beaker almost certainly anyway, as he's got a comfortable gap over Beaker. So I think the winner's race is not going to change unless the leader makes a mistake.
Yeah, I mean, even now, over 14 seconds in a gap.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
You can tell he loves the car as well. He's just like obviously he wasn't meant to. Well, he wasn't. Luckily, I think the restart helped him, because if there was no restart, he wouldn't have made the race.
Yeah. So it definitely helped him with the restart. So
yeah, because he wasn't in the first race, which I think was a utter chaos. With even the flip was just chilling, still catches my eye a little bit there. But yeah, so everyone has made their stops now, according to that. So who's our biggest gainers and biggest losers? Now we've got 3 biggest gainers. One is Mizzo. He has gained 10 positions from his starting. So he's started P13 and now he's in P3. Another person, obviously Nicholas, he's gained 7. And Copy, he has gained 6. I've seen in the R-Now races, he can keep it clean when he needs to. And that could really help him boost him up the order if the guys in front of him get penalties. Because I've seen Mizzo get a penalty, but I don't think Copy is within the range of Mizzo yet. But there we go. And Yonti has stayed where he is. He started in 6th place and he's remained in 6th place, so he hasn't lost any time, which is good to see. Everybody else has lost position. So Beaker's only lost 1, Jay's lost 2, Draysox has lost 1. Everyone else has lost 4. Obviously out of the ones who are still in this race. So, but again, it's not really about the finishing position for them. They just want to have fun. So they're not going to get any points for it. It's just fun. So
yeah, absolutely. And on the terms of fun, I'd just like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays. You know, there's not a lot of action currently on the track, so I mean, there's always time to say Merry Christmas. But it looks like Yanti's just got a penalty for 3.
oh, that can help. Let me check Yonti's penalties. Hold on, Yonti. I think that was his first one. Yeah, that was his first one. So I think Copy is Nurse is gonna. Yeah, I think Nurse is gonna stay in 7 because of the gap. I think so. Yeah. So I will check penalties in a minute, but don't forget, if you are watching both all of mine, Slash's and Raggy's streams all together, don't forget Season 4 of the Rag Nation League sign-ups are they open now, I believe, are they?
I believe they are open with the registration, so you guys can register on the Discord. There's an entire channel set aside for the Season 4 info, and all the information will be in there, so feel free to sign up, and we'll hope to see you at the qualifying event.
Which will be in January?
Yep, I believe it's mid-January sometime. The date is sometime in January. I'm not 100% sure on.
It depends, I think, on availability in a way, isn't it, on the drivers?
Yeah.
So we'll see. Don't forget the top 10 will be who are in Season 3. They've already qualified, but they still make sure. If you're in the top 10, make sure you do sign up, please.
Yeah, don't lose your spot out. Looks like Mizzo is closing the gap on Bika for P2. Mizzo going to be up the inside for turn 1 here. Oh, just epic battle in here. You can see the fire on Bika's brakes right now. They're just glistening orange and red. Mizzo still trying to get this position. Could possibly happen into turn 4. And let's see if he can get it done into turn 4. Here it is. And he's just going to get it to stick. I think he's going to just get it to stick. Wheel-to-wheel racing now. Bika, oh geez, they're right on top of each other. And I think that is Mizzo that's going to come out on top. Yeah, that is going to be Mizzo coming out on top in the next couple turns. So a great move by Mizzo to come out on top of Bika there.
Mizzo impressive. But Mizzo needs to stay clear of Bika though by 3 seconds, because don't forget Mizzo has got quite a few penalties. Mizzo has got, let me just check how many penalties he's got. He's got quite a lot. He's got 4 penalties. I think 4 of them are 3 seconds, so he's got 12. So that means Jay and Bika will be ahead of him. So Mizzo will need to start pulling away pretty much sooner rather than later. It is going to be a tall order, but I don't think it's going to be enough for Mizzo to just stay clear of them, because
especially with the amount that he has, he does have they've just been stacking, and I think that I don't think even though he's one on track here, I don't think he's going to be able to. The penalties are just going to get him in the end.
Oh, and thank you to Amcasa for the 6 month sub on my channel. Sorry, I had to plug that there. Thank you, by the way. I'll get the alert up after the stream and just for pride. Thank you very much. And you ones who are tuned in, you all got a nice emoji. How cool is that? Right, enough about that. We still got a race to contend with. Tiger Racing on Nurse and also Bika on Mizzo. I think we got the fastest lap is still Nicholas, which is not really that surprising, is it?
No.
So.
But Mizzo did grab it a couple laps ago. He did grab the fastest lap, but shortly after it was taken away. But Mizzo is showing a lot of his pace over the last couple of laps. I think that after his pit stop, he was like kind of rejuvenated and is able to, get a move on. So maybe he can try to minimize the gap between himself and Nicholas, but it's really up to his pace.
Yep, it's up to see what he could do, really. But Nicholas has already bumped his pace up to 15 seconds clear of everyone else, and I don't think he's got any penalties to worry about either. So, yeah, only 2 battles on track, and this is the crucial stage of the race. They got to keep it together, really, if they want to try and minimise anything. I don't think. Let's see. Mizzo is about 8/10 clear of Beaker. I don't think it's going to be enough. Mizzo's just got to be on top form. He's got to give it welly, which he's trying to. You can tell. Oh, Nurse and Tiger Racing. Here we go. I think Nurse has got the edge on Tiger Racing into turn 1 and 2. Now into the centre S's then. I think Tiger Racing going to try on the outside. Oh, Beaker's out. No! Beaker, no!
Oh, into the wall there. You can see him just in the wall. Jay is going to pick up his position. And
why, Beaker? Why? I've always given him bad luck when I'm in the commentary box. Yeah. When will I commentate on the race with him and he finishes and gets a podium? He was running good as well.
He's doing a great job.
Oh, Cobby's in the pits. Has he pitted? He must have had damage then.
It doesn't look like he has any.
Oh, he's out. He's had enough, almost certainly. He might have got caught up.
Yeah, 45 laps of.
So I think everyone that's finishing is now going to get points. We didn't see what happened, like the aftermath, but pretty much everyone is spread out now. So I think for most of these guys, the main goal is to pretty much finish this race.
Yeah, I mean, it's just keeping out of the barriers and keeping out of each other, which most of them have done really well today. It's a shame that we had to have a couple of them retire, but.
Another yellow flag. What is going on?
I think that's Copy coming on to the.
There's going to be
track.
A safety car, surely.
Multiple yellow flags, yeah.
No. Oh, it's no safety car. Okay. I thought there was going to be a safety car.
Another sector 2 yellow. There's Copy's AI. I think that was what was in the way of Nicholas Longate.
That didn't affect him though. He's still 16 seconds.
Yeah.
So.
Hopefully, Isak can get around the 2 AI drivers.
I think he must be 2 laps down. I think I would be in Draysort's position if I was racing. To be fair, I would be struggling. So.
Yeah. But really clean race from him, and he's just really stuck with it. And I'm very good job from him, honestly. Like sticking with it, and not just driving in the pits and quitting. So
yeah, I think there must be something between Beaker and Copy, or maybe 2 separate incidents. Maybe I don't know, but we'll find out at the end. We may get a word or something.
Yeah, they went to go play Sea of Thieves or something.
To be honest, I won't be surprised if I don't know, but
yeah,
or League of Legends or GTA 5.
Tons of that, yeah.
Or they might be helping Ben. I don't know. Or we know.
Yeah.
We'll see anyway.
8 running cars left out of 14. This is.
So pretty much almost half the cars are retired.
Yeah.
That's how hard it has been, folks.
And with just over 24 laps to go.
My oh my.
23 laps to go. Crosses the line. Yeah, we still have almost, what is it? A 25% race still to do.
Oh, Mizzo's gone off.
Where is he come off completely?
Nope, he just saved it. I think he just went off the track.
Yeah.
I think his tyres may be overheated in temperature. Oh, Mizzo's.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. Wait, what's happening? Is he lagging?
He's just completely come off.
You know, he's lagging for me.
He's completely DNF for me. He's in the barrier for me.
Oh, very strange. Very strange. Might be desync, but I don't know.
Yeah. And that's half gone. Oh my gosh. That's half the drivers gone.
That is half gone.
Looks like Nicholas still retaining that P1 position, and Jay's moving it up into second, and Yanti picking up third place from the multiple DNFs. I think that third place spot or the second place spot has just been cursed. I think like whenever someone gets in that second or third spot, they just crash.
Like Mizzo, Beaker.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if Jay or Yanti is gonna crash next. So you gotta test the theory.
Don't jinx it. God.
It's gotta be exciting, like Ghost Stories racing, and it looks like Dr. Esox is coming around to try to get out of P8, probably back into P7, hopefully. Make sure that he's grabbing all those positions. And it looks like Tiger Racing is getting very close to Nesso right now. It's the closest that anyone is in the entire grid currently. About half a second on him. Let's see if he can possibly make a move. Nesser on the inside.
I think Nurse is trying to break the slipstream there. He was just weaving.
Yeah.
Or he might be struggling, I don't know. But I'm almost certain that he was trying to break some slipstream.
Yeah. It looks like Tiger's kind of losing him through here, but maybe the slipstream vacuum will suck him back up to his gearbox. And it looks like he's going to be kind of with him. It doesn't look like he's really gaining on him too much currently. Still kind of maintaining that 0.4, 0.3 second gap. Tiger's gotten a lot closer through this corner here.
He is. Very impressive.
Let's see if he can make up the position that he lost in the beginning of the race. Move back into his starting P4.
Yeah, he did start P4, didn't he?
He did, and he's now down to P5. So let's see if he can retain his spot. He's gonna go.
Touch!
Inside in the spin.
And he's gonna move out of the way.
He's gotta get out of the way, and it looks like Raggy's gonna get past, or Nicholas is gonna get past, and Raggy's gonna get past him. Nicholas has just lapped, I think, half of the majority of the field, and I think Nesser also came off. He's gonna have damage, I believe.
Nope, he's let Tiger through. I think he.
Okay.
I think he knew that it was his fault, which is.
Okay.
Which is. I think that is brave to do that. I mean, you know.
Very respectable racing happening.
Yeah, I think that's just a way on track saying, I'm sorry, it was my fault. I messed up. You can have that place back.
Yeah, exactly. So it looks like everyone is still kind of spread out through the field, but
I think they're all spread up now, pretty much.
Yeah. 21 laps to go. Not much really happening on track.
No, not at the moment. We've got 20 laps to go. No, 21 laps to go.
Looks like, yeah, everyone has a pretty significant gap.
To take it into context, Nicholas has lapped everyone from P4 downwards.
Let's see if you get a charge on to Tiger, who's about a lap. He's a little bit behind him currently in the lap, but. Oh, you said P4 downwards. Oh, okay.
Yeah, P4. Yeah, P4 downwards. Nicholas has lapped them, so he's lapped Raggy, he's lapped Tiger Racing, he's lapped Nurse, and he's lapped Dr. Esox. So, Yonti, Jay, and Nicholas are the only ones on the leading lap. But for how much longer?
Yeah, with that pace that Nicholas has, he just charges through. And he's even setting a personal best or a fastest lap right now. He's even a 10th down on his fastest time currently.
Wow.
This guy just is crazy.
He always blows my mind. I'm pretending to be shocked here.
Yeah.
But yeah. I will.
You never know what to expect next. It's just.
Yeah, we kind of wish that he raced in more races in the esports series, just gone, but. Yeah. Hopefully he can race in more next season, maybe, potentially.
Yeah, absolutely. Love to see that.
Or maybe another team can, like, sign him or something like that.
Yeah. But it does look like he is still extending his lead.
How?
Just sub 30 seconds now.
Oh my word. And I think pretty much the gaps are, I think the only reasonable gap is between Nursery and Tiger Racing. Everybody else, it's just a lot further apart than we were expecting. So to manage.
These next 19, 18 laps are going to be kind of everyone kind of separately on the track, unfortunately. So
and they want to finish.
Yeah, they do want to finish. So I don't think we're going to see many dive bombs in the next couple of laps.
Which is a good thing, but that means if anyone retires, it's probably going to be a mistake of their own.
Yeah.
By the looks of things.
Yeah, hopefully we don't get too many retirements.
Please don't.
Yeah.
And for those of you that are watching any streams, let us know what you're thinking of the racing. Hope you've been enjoying it.
Let's go ahead and check the penalties, which I believe there is a lot of penalties.
There's quite a lot of penalties, actually. I think there's a few... I won't be surprised there's a few people as well. They may want F1 2019 for the Christmas present if they haven't got it already.
Yeah. Absolutely. Welcome, everyone, to the... If you're watching either of the streams or...
Or 3 or 2 or 1.
Whatever you're watching, just welcome. Hopefully you're enjoying the racing. And, yeah, if you get the new F1 game, have fun. Or I guess it's not relatively new, but I mean, if you get the game tomorrow new, then
yeah,
enjoy it.
Exactly. Because it was quite expensive, but you know. And let us know as well what you want for Christmas if you want anything. Me personally, I just want to spend time with friends and family. I'm not fussed about presents or anything, so yeah.
Yeah. Christmas is always better with friends and family.
Yeah, we're not opening our presents till about lunchtime.
Nice, yeah.
So, actually, we might have Christmas lunch first and then open presents.
Yeah.
Just makes the day go by longer and... yeah.
You can kind of savor that time, yeah.
Yeah, but when I was a kid, I was like, oh my god, let's open it early.
Yeah. Up at like 6 in the morning, just like... waking everyone in the house up. Yeah.
Whereas now I'm like, oh, just 5 more minutes in bed, please.
Yeah.
Right, we're on lap 54 now of 71. And there's not, like we said, there's not any battles happening on the circuit right now. So, I think it's just about whose tyres die first, as in start to struggle first. Because most of these guys are doing one stop. So, will these guys maybe forced to pit again? Nicholas can, technically.
He could pit again. Well, he probably won't. I don't think
He
so.
probably won't, but... actually, no, he won't, because he's got fastest lap at the moment. So,
yeah, I mean, he doesn't really need to do much of anything except stay on the track and not...
don't bottle
run off of
it.
it. Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think after these next couple of laps, I think these are kind of the, ooh, geez, lockup from, I think that was Nicholas. Maybe it was someone else.
Yeah, it might have been someone else, actually.
Yeah, I think we are sitting at 16 more laps to go. Not bad.
Yeah, not bad. I think it was the first half of the race. I think it was a little bit more interesting, but due to the fact that not many people are used to doing 100% races on classic cars, it's a bit more tricky, and you can see already from the gaps who has done well and who has faltered, really.
Yeah.
And you can already see who is faltered out the retirements.
Yeah.
I think Max came off worse out of everybody in this lobby, to be fair. No offence to Max or anything, but I can only say what we've experienced tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a great race. I mean, obviously with a lot of retirements, it's unfortunate, but it's been a really clean, good race overall.
Yeah, I think so. It just goes to show that we have a nice community on Tiger Racing and Raggy and us. Well,
Yeah.
not us, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. If you
So.
guys are interested in joining the Discord, if you guys click on my channel, there's a little tab that says Discord. You guys can click on the Discord, join up, talk to some of the guys, talk to some of the girls, talk to anyone. I don't really care.
Wait, so Raggy's Discord or your Discord?
Raggy's Discord. I have his linked in my description.
Ah, very nice.
Yes. So yeah.
Make sure you
Great racing.
join.
Yes, great racing community in there. So it's always a pleasure to have new people join. So
And they can help you in setups as well. Like if you have a league race around a certain track, you can ask, "Oh, can I have a setup for this track?" And they're more than likely gonna give it to you.
yeah, a lot of these guys are very high level, smart people when it comes to F1.
Well,
Racing,
they won't give it to you if you're on the same league race, obviously, but they will give it to you if you're not racing in the same league race as them. So.
Yeah. Or you could just ask for it a couple weeks early.
Yeah, technically. So I'm racing in an online lobby.
Can I get one of these? Yeah, there you go. Here's my Austria setup that you're gonna use in 3 weeks. Here you go.
I think if you, most of them will probably give it regardless because they're pretty much here to help each other. So potentially.
Yeah. It looks like we're looking just about 15 to 16 to 17 minutes over the next couple laps. That's where our finishing time is probably going to come out to. I do not know how long we've been running for. Let me check the stream.
Let me check uptime. Can I swear the uptime command doesn't work on my channel.
It's been about an hour and 45 minutes with the restart, I believe.
I can't check. That's annoying. I don't think I've got commands set up.
Yeah, my Streamlabs gives me the analysis thing. So an hour and 45 minutes with the thing.
Oh, I don't have. I could go on my dashboard. Yeah, now I'm 45 minutes because I had the stream on for like 15 minutes beforehand. So yeah. So the stream, my stream's been up for 2 hours, but yeah, it is an hour and 45.
Yeah, so a very long race.
And a long stream.
Yeah. But we appreciate everyone tuning in. Hopefully everyone enjoyed the race so far, and it's coming almost to a close.
And don't forget, please subscribe to follow Tiger Racing on Twitch as well as Raggy as well. Follow these two. I think without them, this race wouldn't have happened. So follow both of them if you haven't already. Go get them a follower now and say that Slash and Jess has sent you.
Yeah, absolutely. These two really big staples of, our kind of F1 community. Just Tiger has just been really involved with organizing this race. He's a really great guy. He's all about racing, and Raggy obviously really helped bring this idea to fruition with all the people that have showed up today, and really great guys that are in the F1 community. So yeah.
Yeah, to be honest, it's been a lot of fun to watch these guys really start to give it their all, and we've seen clean battles from pretty much almost everyone, and
almost everyone.
Yeah, almost everyone. A few people. We're not going to mention those names anymore because, to be honest, I don't want to be very mean. But yeah.
Yeah, but everyone tries to keep it clean, and things happen, but it's all racing, right? It's what happens, right? So keep it on the track, and you'll have fun, right?
Of course.
All right. With I think just over, I think it's 11 laps.
Yeah, 12 laps.
12 laps.
We'll be 11 laps after Nicholas crosses. Oh, no, actually no. 12 laps. Yeah.
12 laps. 59 we've done. That's a crazy amount. I mean, even though we've just been here talking about the race, I can't even imagine how the drivers feel over these these 59 laps. And I mean, some of these drivers are going to be doing the Rag Nation Endurance race on iRacing. I believe it's sometime in January or late December. I'm not 100% sure.
I don't know. I think they're doing GT3s, I think.
Yeah, so I mean, it's good practice for, I think, I believe Raggy is doing some of the driving there, so it's good endurance practice as you know, sticking yourself in the car for a good hour and a half, an hour, 45 minutes.
Technically, a stint is usually about an hour and a half, 2 hours maybe.
Yeah,
at minimum.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, crazy
Crazy
racing, crazy time.
And crazy to see.
Yeah, crazy to see, honestly. And then we're on lap 60 of 71. Oh my gosh. I didn't think we would be able to see that number.
I thought it would have restarted again, personally.
No, yeah, I thought we were going to be here for the next 4 hours instead of like 2. But thank gosh. Alright, so.
Because probably we would have heard Santa.
S6 into the wall. He's just
Sector
bended
2.
into the wall. Sector 2, he's just hit the wall and spun out, and Nicholas just barely, or he did have some time to react, so it wasn't a bare bones kind of crash, and he had to react like. Oh,
there's a tire that's rolling again.
Another one. Oh my god. What's up with the tires coming off these cars?
I think this is just weird. But yeah.
It's a shame that Dr. Esox had to unfortunately crash in the latter part of this race, but a really good job from him, honestly. I mean, he started off with I think he had a pit stop kind of early, and that kind of didn't really help him too much. So, but overall, really good from him.
Yep, I agree. And we're saying that we're not going to get many battles. We were wrong, because we could have a potential battle between Tiger Racing and Raggy pretty soon if Tiger Racing can pick up the pace a little bit. So we'll watch that battle develop pretty soon as well. I don't think Tiger Racing's going to catch up yet, but he's getting quite a speed on the corner.
Ooh, Raggy's just all over the place. I think that the time is just starting to get to him, and I think Tiger is going to be able to possibly get in the slipstream down to turn 4. Raggy's trying to break the slipstream a tad bit. Let's see if he's going to go on the... Ooh, broke a little early there, I think.
Yeah, I unfortunately the camera I couldn't really quite see, really.
Yeah, he's still on him, though. So let's see if Tiger's going to be able to do anything. He's still just on the tail of him. This is the closest the cars have been over the last, like, 15, 20 laps, so... Yeah,
I think Ben almost had another look up. Oh, I don't know, but he took a different line at least, and that's probably helped Tiger Racing.
Yeah. Let's see if he can catch up in these last couple corners, and then down that long straight, he's going to have a great slipstream. Let's see if this exit can help Raggy to get away from Tiger Bill. And it looks like Nicholas is pitting for the second time. He is on the 2-stop.
I called it! I said he could technically do it because he's not going to gain any. He's not going to gain all.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got damage.
And it looks like Tiger is moving up the inside of Raggy. He's absolutely coming across him. Let's see if the move is going to stick. He is got a good amount of space. It looks like Raggy is coming back up the. I believe that's going to be the inside of turn 4. Let's see the side by side here. Oh, it is some movement here. This looks like Tiger is going to be have the inside line here, with Raggy going to be a little bit wide exiting out of turn 4. Let's see what happens in turn 5. It looks like Tiger is going to have the racing line, and Raggy is going to be a little bit behind. Let's see turn 6 now. He's still going to have a pretty big lead there, and I think he's going to have the moves be stuck there. But let's see what Raggy can pull on the main straight after the final couple turns here.
I was watching Nicholas's pit stop. He did get damaged somehow. I don't know where he got damaged, but that's allowed Jay to close up to 4.4 seconds. So maybe this race victory is far from over. Due to that I don't know where Nicholas made that mistake, but he did get front wing damage, and that's why he decided to pit. It wasn't a choice. He had to, because otherwise he would have lost a hell of a lot of time. So can Jay catch up 4.3 seconds in?
I think that's been the closest that these two cars have been all whole race, and I think that Jay is going to just try his best to shave some time off of off the gap between them. But it looks like Raggy has not gotten the move done on Tiger Racing, as Tiger still sits fourth heading into turn 4.
Yep, he's pulled away at the moment by the looks of things. Yeah, he has.
So yeah, still 4.5 seconds just about between Jay and Nicholas. So I don't think the gap could be possibly minimalized. I'm not gonna rule anything out, but I think Nicholas is still is going to be starting to put the hammer down a little bit more, because I think he was a little bit relaxed in these last couple of laps.
Yeah, I think it's not over until the checkered flag falls, don't forget, Slash. And some of these drivers may think, yeah, I got this in the bag, but you got to act like every lap's your last lap. You got to really push as much as you can. So Nicholas has got to be on it now. He can't afford to lose any more time.
Yeah, absolutely. He can't afford any more damage, or else he's gonna probably lose out to Jay and possibly Yanti based on the time of its pit stop. I mean, it looks like Raggy has had a little bit of a lockup into turn 1 as well.
He's lost a bit of pace there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is a bit of a shame.
Yeah, it's not over till it's over, I guess you always could say, with these types of things. With 7 laps to go. Was it 7 laps? I can't even tell. 7 laps to go, I think.
Yeah, 7 laps. 7 laps.
7 laps. And still a lot of happening. A lot happening.
Still a lot going on, as we say. So
yeah. It still looks like Raggy is still losing time to Tiger Bill. He's still having these little bit of lockups through the turn 5, 6, and 7, and he's just having a little bit more issues than expected at this point. So let's see if he could possibly get in that slipstream again. But he's just locked up into the last corner here, or the second to last corner. It looks like he is having some trouble now. About 2 seconds separates him and Tiger Racing at this point.
Yeah, he's losing it quite a bit. I mean, it might be his tires. It might be that he's trying to save fuel as well. I did see a warning light pop up just a little bit on the fuel gauge, so it might be that he was trying to save fuel as well. But we'll never know. So
yeah. And it looks like that gap between Nicholas and Jay is starting to go down just a little bit. I think it was over 5 seconds at one point, but it looks like Jay is slowly just chipping away at that time. Let's see if maybe he could try to get a little bit closer to Nicholas over the next couple laps. He doesn't have a lot of time to do it. He's got about 6 laps to do it, but there's nothing that's impossible, right?
No. Nothing's impossible. In this race anyway. I mean, these guys have been driving ever so well, and they've just been keeping at it for pretty much the whole time. And this could throw a spanner in the works if any of these guys might make a mistake. This could be the point where they may get physically exhausted, and this might cost them time, or might cost them a place maybe. So they just got to keep at it for these last 5 or 6 laps.
Yeah, absolutely. And it looks like Nicholas is about a lap Raggy, I think, again. I think he's been lapped
Let me
twice.
check.
He's
Yes. Wait. Just about. Almost.
Yep. So it looks like he could possibly be lapped again, which this could actually benefit Nicholas in extending the gap between himself and Jay. If he needs to, he could probably get a slipstream from Raggy over the next
get the toe. Yeah.
Yeah. But it looks like Jay is still kind of far behind at this point. 4.5 seconds is still a pretty large deficit between the two cars, but it does look very promising that Nicholas is going to end up winning this 100% race.
Don't say it yet. It could change.
Yeah.
We've seen Nicholas make a mistake earlier on. It's not over until it's over. It's not over until the fat lady sings, so we'll just wait, see what happens, and then when we get to the checkered flag, then we could say, oh, Nicholas has won or something like that. But he's looking pretty comfortable out there.
Yeah, and I think that Braggy is getting the blue flag from the
Is it Jay?
from the heads-up display there. I think it is Nicholas that he's getting it from.
Oh,
Currently.
it is Nicholas, yeah.
See if he's going to let him pass easily. Let's hope that there's not a situation. And Raggy is going to hold the inside line there.
I think he went to the pit straight. Yeah, he did.
Yeah. With 4 laps remaining. Oh my gosh.
We're hanging in there, guys. We're hanging in there. I'm used to commentating 50% races, not 100.
Yeah, and this is my first time commentating a race ever, so
is it? Oh, nice.
It is. Yeah, so I guess it's like you got to put yourself through the works.
Well, at least you've done the hardest race first, technically.
Yeah. So all the other ones are gonna feel kind of easy, hopefully.
Yeah. Who knows? We may see a guest appearance in the commentary box if you don't qualify in RNL.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna actually be going for it. I don't think I'm on the pace for it just yet, but I'll definitely stop by in the commentary box.
If, like, say, Castle can't make it or something like that, just pop by.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I will be there.
Yeah. Oh, Raggy, you've heard me. Please. Anyway, I think Raggy's lost a bit of time. Nurse is now catching up to Ben, so.
Oh yeah, he does have a pretty. He is kind of. Oh my gosh! Now I'm starting to lose my words. It looks like Nestor is closing the gap, but let's see what Raggy can do defending wise. He has been sloppy over the last couple of laps, and I think Nestor is going to pay off from that sloppiness. He is going to have the slipstream, the toe through turn 5, I believe it is, and into turn 6. Raggy a little bit slow through there. Hopefully, he doesn't just stop on a little bit of grass there. It is going to play into this overtake possibly. And it looks like Raggy is gonna hold the position for right now. I don't believe that Nestor is gonna get around in this lap, but possibly in the next with the slipstream down the main straight, possibly.
Let me check penalties because I'm sure there's a few.
I believe he does have a couple penalties. What's that?
Wait a minute.
Here comes Nestor on the inside of Raggy. Oh, and they just barely bumped wheels there. I did hear the wheels. The wheels did touch there. Nestor and Raggy did come out unscathed there. Nestor did get around Raggy. And I think that position is going to end up being returned if there's penalties. Do we have an update on the penalties, possibly?
Let me check penalties. So start with our race leader, Nicholas. He has got 1 penalty. Jay has got 2 penalties. Yonti has got 2 penalties. Tiger Racing has got none, not even a warning. Nurser has gained 3 penalties. Raggy has gained one penalty, and that's it, because everyone else has retired.
Yeah, a lot of retirements. So
I think so. The only person not to get a single penalty is Tiger Racing in his own race.
Yeah, keeping it clean, which is very good. So, yeah, I don't think a lot of the positions are gonna change. I don't think that. And who is this? They just let that. Okay, so. There is a blue flag. Jay has just lapped Nestor, and obviously Raggy as well. So it is kind of turning into a lap fest with 2 laps remaining here in Interlagos. See if there's any close battles. And Raggy is still about 2 seconds behind Nestor. So possibly if Nestor makes a mistake, he could come up and take the position back. But it's been a really good battle between them two over the last couple laps. And
you never know.
Yeah.
Anything is possible, so we'll have to wait and see if we get approaching these last couple of laps as pretty much as Jay's got a penalty as well. Nicholas, as it stands, will take the race win.
Let's hope he doesn't accumulate any more penalties in the next 2 laps, but it looks like Nicholas is going to lead the charge to the final lap.
I still see a tyre.
Oh, yeah, I just saw that as I passed by.
Yeah, there's runaway tyres happening from all over the shop.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and here we go. Nicholas sets the fastest lap again. So I think he's going to get an extra point as well. I know points don't count, but...
Yeah. And this is the final lap in Interlagos, so we're going to do a on-board with Nicholas.
Okay.
He is going to take... Nicholas is going to be... Let's see if he sets a fastest Sector 1. He is going to set a fastest Sector 1.
Whoa, 20 thousandths quicker than his previous best. Pretty good.
There it is, and he just absolutely moves through this. You can just see the actual speed he carries through these corners. And here comes turn 5. He's going to... Absolutely beautiful, just comes through. Just he lets the car flow just so elegantly into turn 6 as well. Just absolutely on the tail of whoever that is. He's trying to. I think that's a lap car. I would guess that's either Raggy or Nesser at that point.
Tiger Racing.
Okay. Ooh, a little bit of shimmying between them two. Just trying to get who's going to be.
Okay then. So we've got Nicholas. Then he's going to come towards young Cow. He knows what he means to do this well in a 100% race. He's absolutely dominated this race despite the mistake he had towards the latter half of this race. Nicholas Longue crosses the line. He wins the 100% holiday race here in Brazil. And what a great race from Jay as well. He comes across the line in P2. And then Tiger Racing, Raggy and Nurse crosses the line. So Tiger Racing finishes 4th. Raggy finishes 5th, Nursa finishing 6th, so, and then Yonti is going to get the last podium spot, which you'll be happy with, I'm sure. So, that has been your 100% race, once Yonti crosses the line anyway. So.
Yeah, great race overall. And congratulations to all the drivers that participated. It's been a great race. And I would like to thank Jess for helping me out with the commentary today. I really appreciate it. And
you're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime.
Right, we'll get the standings first before we wrap up.
Yeah, I don't want to skip out on those.
Nope, no, we don't. And I do believe Raggy's going to do some open... I don't know if he's doing open lobbies or not, but we'll double check. I doubt it, because he'd probably be mentally exhausted. But we'll jump in their chat anyway and see what happens, but not yet though. I've already seen enough podiums, champagne stuff. Right, there we go. So Tiger Racing the only one without a penalty. So Nicholas Longue has won the race with Jay in 2nd, Yonti 3rd, Tiger Racing 4th, Raggy 5th, and Nursa 6th. And your non-finishers are Dr. E, Sox, Mizzo, Copy Beaker, Zones, Just Chillin', Zesty, and Max. Max didn't even make it a lap. So, yeah. And I think Zesty only made, I think he retired like laps 8, 9, Zesty, I can't remember. But anyway, yeah. That has been it then for the Brazilian holiday classic car race. And, yeah, I'm going to leave. Actually,